I know I said that I wasn't going to come on the weekends, but I lied to you because I am still here in Miami before I go home for the holidays, and don't think we'll be doing tomorrow, but I am really going to try to stay with it Monday through Friday. Today we're going to do 20-minute resistance band training. So these are my bands that I sell on my website, allegraparis.com. I do still sell some of the black, but most of them are my tie-dye pink. I love these bands, and I recommend a fabric band because it does not roll up, and it's going to be significantly more challenging than rubber. They're going to last longer, and they're great for travel, on the go, because you're really going to get a workout out of it. We're going to use this one today. I'm using my medium. And they say it on the inside of the band. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. We're going to do full body. Every movement we do is 30 seconds long, so it's all about form, not about speed. You're just focusing on your form here. So we're going to start by waking up our abs. Same warm up as usual. Elbow to knee tucks like this. In 3, 2, 1. Tuck and twist. Tuck and twist. So from the side, notice I am bringing my chest to my knee. Like this. Just like that. Crunch and twist. Wake up the abs. The only way you're going to really activate the abs standing is if you squeeze your core yourself. Squeeze and twist. Good. Last one. Let's get some good mornings. So it's going to be a similar movement to doing an RDL or a Romanian deadlift like this, but we are just hinging at the hips. Each time trying to get a little bit deeper into that hamstring stretch. Notice I'm leading with my chest, not rounding my spine at all, keeping it nice and neutral. Wake up the hammies. Just like this. Last one. Let's squat it out in 3, 2, 1. Feet wider than hip width. Toes slightly turned out. Keeping the chest up. Really sitting into those heels as if there's a chair behind you and you're tapping your butt to the chair. Tap, 15 seconds. 10. Keeping the chest up. Arm circles back in 3, 2, 1. So remember, we're going to keep a big bend in the elbow. So it's kind of like this, bringing my arms all the way back behind me. Open up your chest. Use the chest muscles to pull the arms back. And reverse direction. 3, 2, and 1, like you're swimming. Big movement here. Deep breaths. Use those shoulder muscles and the chest muscles. Like this. All right, round 2 of the warm-up. Last round, elbow to knee. Then we have 2 rounds of your resistance training today. A little bit of mobility. We're going to go full body with it. Option to add a set of light weights. So anytime I am kind of doing movements with my arms today, you can add like 5, 6 pounds, up to you. 10 seconds. Elbow to knee. And good morning. 3, 2, 1. So my feet are shoulder width apart, hinging down. The goal is to really feel the backs of the legs. So you're going to pull your shoulders back, lead with the chest, send the hips back. Right? I'm not bending my knees. Just a micro bend here. Feel that deep stretch. All the way down and up. Last one. Let's squat it out. 3, 2, 1. Toes slightly turned out. Knees in line with toes. 20 seconds left here, and then we're going to get started. Pressing into those heels. 10 seconds. Keep the chest up. 5. Let's get those arm circles back in 3, in 2, and 1. Big arm circles back. Open up that chest. Remember, you're not swinging. We're not going with momentum. We're taking it nice and slow. And really just focusing on the movement. 10 seconds. Switch direction. Now 10 seconds. This one's a little bit harder, I always think. Using your lats a little bit, the shoulders. Okay, let's get into the workout. 3, 2, 1. Band's gonna come on nice and quick above the knees. And we're just gonna start with a little squat. But the key is I'm pushing my knees out as I come down because your knees are gonna wanna fall in. We don't want that. You want your knees in line with your toes. That means I'm really gonna turn those toes out, or I'm gonna turn them in a direction that I want my knees to go. So we're waking up the glutes. Next thing we're gonna do is add a little bit of a internal twist, out, turn, external twist. So in, out, and then up. So I'm gonna come down, in, out, up, and up. So I also call this the Dougie because, I don't know, it's kind of like that dance move. In, out, up. So you're gonna kind of let it fall, push it out, fall, push it out. Last one. And down and up. Okay, we're gonna get a split squat now. I'm gonna put my right foot in front, left foot back, and we're gonna come down and up all the way. So since we're not adding anything with this, the goal is to just make sure you're actually coming up where the legs are completely straight. People come up to about here, come all the way straight, all the way back down. Watch that front knee, it's not coming past the toes. You're just gonna feel this a lot more overall by coming all the way back up. Let's switch sides. 3, 2, 1. So down, all the way up. So you're coming up, and you should be in the center of your two legs, right? You're not in the front up here. You're not back too far. You're nice and centered. And up, just like this. Last one. And up. We're gonna get some kickbacks now, standing. So you can put your hands on something if you'd like, or we could just work on balance. Tucking the belly in, I'm just gonna pulse with this right leg. Pointing my toe, the goal is to get this in the glutes. So if I bend my knee, it's going in the hamstrings. We don't want that. So keep your leg completely straight. Tuck your belly in so you're not arching your back. It's gonna be a very tiny movement, but you're gonna feel it right in those glutes. Kick it back, hips facing forward. Switch sides in 3, 2, and 1. Pulsing the toe. Hips are not turned out. They're nice and centered. Belly's tucked, abs engaged. Glutes are squeezed. 15 seconds. 10. Almost done. 3, 2, 1. So we're back in our squat with a little elbow to knee tuck to let it get in the abs. Elbow to knee, elbow to knee. So we're getting our obliques now. Down, up, elbow to knee to the side. Alternating. And make sure you're landing wide. You're landing right into your squat, so you don't have to take multiple steps. You're just gonna land and squat. And squat. Okay, let's bring it down for some glute bridges with an abduction. So I'm gonna come on my back, up, out, in, down. So the key here is a lot of time when we go out and in, people wanna drop down. Stay up as you abduct, out and in, and down. 15 seconds. So good. And amazing. Let's get some clamshells or clams. The first way to do it is to lay on your side and your forearm and just drive up and down that top knee, but to make it a little harder, every time you open the top knee, you're also gonna drive your hips up and through and then bring them back down. Up and through. So I'm opening up this whole area here, opening up the hip flexors as I'm abducting that top leg. Let's switch sides. 3, 2, and 1. So we're gonna go up and open and down. Make sure the elbow is directly below the shoulder. Up and open, so you can activate those abductors on the right side and also those medial glutes on the right side. And down. We're gonna get into some abs after this. Okay, right into abs with a band. It's super interesting how to do this because you're really gonna feel it. So we're gonna alternate just traditional bicycle twist, but notice I'm stretching out my legs close to the mat. So stay nice and low. Drive that knee. So you're gonna use your hip flexors a bit with the band. That's why I'm telling you a rubber band would have like rolled off of you by now. The fabric is great. Make sure your chin's not touching your chest. Nice long neutral spine. And then next we're gonna get some resistance crunches like we always do where we bring our knees up, but you're gonna spread your knees wide and actually create resistance with the band while you're crunching. So the idea is that you're gonna feel it in your hips, the obliques, the lower core a little bit more. Keep the lower back nice and flat to the mat. It's very important. Awesome. And then our dreaded lateral scissor kicks. I'm putting the band around my calves for this. I'm gonna put my hands either under my neck or under my butt, and we're gonna scissor kick out and in. See this little pulse? So you're gonna pulse. You can go slow, you can go fast, head off the ground. It can be on the ground. This is our little burnout. I know it's hard. You're feeling glutes, you're feeling lower abs. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna go right into a sit-up. I just slid the band off. I'm gonna come up, hold the band back and down, and coming down. So we have a sit-up. Now we're engaging the upper body and the lats. By coming up, pulling down and back. Up, down, and back. So then the last thing from here is some upper body with the band. Again, we're just going arms. So I'm just coming down and up, down and up. So we're getting our lats, we're getting our shoulders. Push the band wide. So I'm pushing my arms out as I'm coming down. So with these kind of movements, like you make it as hard as you want based on how much you're gonna fight this band. Down and up. Last one. And let's stretch. That one flew by. Down dog, up dog. Pedal it out. You guys know the drill. Stretch, exhale. And oof. I don't think we have time for another one. 10 seconds. We got to restart because we had a lot in this round. Band's coming back on for round 2. We just have our squat normal in 3, 2, and 1. So feet are wider than hip width, knees in line with toes. This is going to feel easy now to you guys because this is probably the easiest one. Just keeping the chest up. Don't let the knees fall in. Fight the band. Wake up those hips. Keep your chest up. So good. And we have our Dougie now. So we're gonna come down, down, drop in, push out, and up. Drop in, push out. You're kind of thinking of it as like you're dropping in so you get a really strong push out before coming back up. Chest stays up. And push. Deep breaths. And abduct. Last one. We have our split squat, right foot in front, left foot back. Really give yourself some space to come down in that center and back up all the way. Squeeze the back butt cheek. Down, up, squeeze. Make sure you're breathing. Your body's gonna not wanna come all the way up. So you're coming all the way up to make it a little bit harder. Down and up. Chest is staying up, front knee's not coming past the toes. We're keeping 90 degrees behind the knee. Switching sides. 3, 2, and 1. We're down and up. Breathe. Exhale. 15 seconds. Drop and bring all the way up to the top. All the way up to the top. 10 seconds. Okay, next we have our squat oblique crunches. 3, 2, 1. Down, elbow to knee to the side. So side view, squat, elbow to knee. So notice I'm doing this on the side of my body because we're trying to get our obliques. Elbow to knee, and elbow to knee. So good. And last one. All right, kickbacks. On the right side, hinge forward slightly. Back leg straight back. We pulse. Don't open up your hips towards me, right? They're gonna stay forward. And you're not gonna arch your back, because then you have a really big kick. See my back right now? We don't want that. Tuck the belly in, and just target the glutes. Just the glutes. And switch in 3, 2, 1. Big kick. Like this. 20 seconds. Burn out those glutes. Coming down to the mat in 10 seconds. Kick. And 3, 2, 1. We're coming down for glute bridges with an abduction. So I'm on my back. Up, out, in, down. So all very similar movements that we've been doing, just different versions. I'm pressing through my heels, not letting the hips fall as I abduct and come back. 10 seconds. Up, out, in, and down. Okay, we have our clams. So knees together, feet together, they're bent. And as I pop up, I open, come back. So hips thrust up and through, drop them back and down. Up and through, back and down. 10 seconds. Last one. And switching sides. 3, 2, 1. And down. Up, extend that top leg and down. 20 seconds. Pop up, open, down, 15. So again, the version on the ground just looks like this. But we're popping up and down. Let's go right into core. So we have those bicycle twists. Legs are straight and low to the floor. Really drive and fight that knee. That's why these fabric bands are good. Gonna stay in place. Really drive that back leg straight and down. Keep the lower back nice and flat to the mat, super important. 10 seconds. Don't let the chin touch the chest. Don't pull on the neck. Let's get our resistance crunches. Move the band to the top of the knees, spread the knees wide, and press that lower back right into the mat. Breathe. 20 seconds. 15. Inhale, exhale, 10 seconds. We have our sit-ups in 5, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna come up. Oh, you know what we missed? Our lateral scissor kicks. We're gonna get those after this. Up, pull back, round, come down nice and slow. Remember, we're pulling back using our back muscles and our lats. 10 seconds. And amazing. Let's throw this back on nice and quick around the calves. We have our little burnout lateral scissor kicks like this. Just pulsing in and out. Hands can come under the butt. Pulse in and out like this. I kind of like driving my heels out. So I'm feeling this in the back side of my body. And my lower abs, we're done in 10. Then we have our seated pull downs in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, rip this off nice and quick. Arms, remember, fight the band. Pull to the sides. You can't really see, but I'm pulling my arms to the sides. Down and up. Down. So I'm feeling my lats, my shoulders, my back. Have good posture. 10 seconds. Pull down. Come up. We are stretching in 5, in 3, 2, and 1. Guys, good job. That one got a little tough, didn't it? It kind of creeps up on us. Okay, high plank. 2 more. Push those hips back and through. Pedal it out. Push that chest through. And exhale as you drop the hips to the mat. One more. Push the hips back. Drop the hips. And let's get a little child's pose, knees wide, feet together. Crawl it forward. We just train your lats a lot, so stretch into those lats. So push your chest and the sides of your body like towards the mat. Push your hands into the mat and really crawl those fingers out. And let's do a little thread the needle, so hips in line with knees. I'm gonna thread my arm through, put my left arm straight out in front. Let's get the other side, thread it through, straight arm. Oh yeah, my right side's a little sore. Don't know why. We have been doing our hip flexor challenge. We're still going with that. So right foot way out in front. Let's open up our left hips. Reaching up and over. Let's stretch out the hamstrings in the front. Dropping the chest down. Other side. Big step with that left foot in front. Let's stretch out those right hips, hip flexors. Ooh, hands come up and slightly over the bent knee. Oh my gosh, so sore. Your hip flexors can get really sore from running, even like cardio. Let's go hamstring stretch in the front leg. Inhale, exhale. And let's get an inner leg stretch. This is called a frog stretch. I'm gonna bring my knees wide, almost like a child's pose, but I'm keeping my hips in line with my knees. This is a really deep, intense stretch for the inner leg that you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be stuck here. But if you have tight inner legs, this is a good way to get there. Just like if we were to do a straddle stretch or a pyramid stretch. The opposite of this now is gonna be the abductor stretch. So I'm gonna put one knee on one ankle on the other knee. Really sit into it and push this knee towards the floor. So now we're getting the outside, those abductors. So these stretches can relieve lower back pain if you are suffering from it. You could be suffering from it from having weak core, from having an injury, or your adductors are tight, inner outer legs, so you can release them this way. Once I was running a half marathon and all of a sudden my knee locked up. It was in so much pain, but I knew it was because of a tight hip flexor / hamstring. So I like dropped down in the race, stretched my hamstrings, did that hip flexor stretch, and then I could finish running. It's kind of crazy. So sometimes you just get really locked up because a lot of your muscles will connect around the knees and then it will pull on the knee joint. So you don't actually have an issue with your knee. You have a tight muscle group for the most part, which is the best thing to hear because you can fix it. You can sit in the stretch. You can find other ways to stretch that you need and then make it work. Okay, happy Saturday, guys. I don't know, I feel like this isn't as common of a time as you guys were liking the 2-3 p.m. on weekdays. It's kind of interesting to me because it's sort of a random time, but whatever, here's our first Saturday. I'll see how it goes. I will see you guys next week. We will still try to do Monday through Friday, and then we'll go from there. Okay, bye, guys.